The N64 has some of the craziest worlds in all of gaming, with a huge amount of variety. Everything from over-the-top cartoony characters with googly eyes to epic time-traveling fantasy kingdoms. Among a lot of these worlds, there are some really bizarre moments causing me to ask, what the heck just happened? So here's a quick list of 10 moments that had me scratching my head saying, WTF. Number 10. In Diddy Kong Racing, we hear tale of a legendary racer who challenged Wizpig when he came to Timbers Island. But other than a mention in the manual and showing us Drumstick, we don't know what happened to him. Just that he was champion and challenged Wizpig, then disappeared. Fast forward to completing the main Grand Prix, you'll notice a frog with a particular rooster crest on his head. And then, you run it over and it smushes down, only to be met with a screen of Drumstick flying upwards, as if he's ascending into heaven. Did we unlock him, or did we just kill him? As a kid, not really reading the manual, you'd be looking at the screen like, what just happened? The frog became a rooster by killing it? Number 9. Conker's Bad Fur Day, in all honesty, could make up this entire list by itself. The world's bizarre, and they pack so many things into it, like a giant poo that sings opera. But for me, there's one moment that stood out as the most ridiculous. In Barn Boys, we meet the king bee who ran off with another woman, and that happens to be a big-breasted sunflower. There's no getting around this. His goal is to pollinate her. She's very much resistant to any interaction, and we have to lure small bees to her to be tickled before the king finds his opening to pollinate. Not much about this would fly today, to be honest, but definitely as I played this, or as anyone plays it, you'll be like, I understand what's happening here, but in a much more real sense, what the heck is actually happening here? Number 8. Let's talk about Battletanx. On the Remember 64 podcast, I played this game for the first time. On the surface, it's a game all about tanks and fighting in a war with them. Tanks taking out other tanks. Seems pretty straightforward. Well, evidently 3DO, who developed the game, thought it was too straightforward and needed to give us a reason to be fighting. That reason? A virus wipes out 99% of the female population on the planet. The governments put all the healthy women in quarantine zones. The male population uprises and the world governments nuke everything. We have to travel across America to find our wife in the aftermath of this apocalyptic situation. This is the real plot. Number 7. Kirby 64 is a fun game that has a cool mechanic of combining powers to make new and unique ones. But that's not the only thing that combines. There's a cutscene where Waddle D is happily walking as he stumbles upon one of the crystal shards. As he dances with glee, Dark Rimuru fades in behind him and ends up taking over his body, transforming him into a Waddle Doo. The reveal of one giant eye was terrifying as a kid. How did two eyes become one? And actually, he lost all his features. The eye took over everything. How does he even eat? Number 6. Rampage is a beloved classic. You can have fun destroying the city all you want, but after certain conditions are met in a level, like ingesting the purple slime, we are met with a splash screen of Eustace Demonic, the main bad of the game who becomes a monster at the very end. This scared the ever-loving crap out of me as a kid, and almost made me not get the purple slime and transform into Vern. I didn't even know this guy's name was Demonic until I looked it up for this video. That just makes it even worse. Number 5. Mariokart 64 has a lot of iconic tracks representing lots of Mario and Nintendo history. One track though, Bowser's Castle, has something strange. There's a hall of thwomps you drive through, and at the end of the hall, there's one thwomp in a prison cell. The menacing laugh he gives is unhinged. Why the heck is it in a prison cell? What horrible crime did it commit? Number 4. Lee the Fairy is a mysterious and powerful character in Rayman 2. As we rescue her, she gives us more power with a silver lum and helps us consistently throughout the game. But am I the only one who ever questioned if she was naked? I mean, let's be real, it looks like she has some sort of purple swirly strip thing covering up what needs to be covered. Sort of. Otherwise, she looks completely nude. Apparently, she's wearing a suit that happens to be the same color as her skin, basically. At least, that's what people online say. But I don't know. Number 3. In Ocarina of Time, there are some Easter eggs in the courtyard where we meet Zelda for the first time. One is cool portraits of Mario and friends through one window, and if you shoot it with your slingshot, you get some rupees. The other side, though, a guard freaks out at you and throws a bomb. This is an absurd reaction. Link's a freaking child. What the heck? Talk about overkill. Number 2. Superman 64 is notorious for being, well, bad. It's just filled with mediocre gameplay and level design. The biggest culprit? We have a character that can fly at any time, and the flying is actually not too bad. But they ruin it by putting up these dumb rings you have to navigate through, and you have to hit just about all of them or you fail. Or rather, Lex wins. In a game about Superman, this was a super bad decision. Seriously. Number 1. The last WTF moment actually comes from 2 games in the same series, if you can call it that. And that, in and of itself, is the WTF moment. Why on earth is Elmo's Letter Adventure and Elmo's Number Journey 2 separate games? They play the same, and they are both super short. What? Sesame Street isn't big enough to have people who teach you both letters and numbers at once? WTF. Well, that's all I have for you. Be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe so you don't miss a future upload. Until next time, have a good one.
Jiggylookback!